Welcome to the Cooking Corner. Today we welcome back Chef Rebecca Foy from Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. And this afternoon we're going to mix the best of both worlds. We're going to make a pumpkin pecan cobbler. Stephen was just talking about it. It's going to be chilly tomorrow. This sounds like a great recipe, a fall-like recipe to make.
A fall-like recipe. It is going to be very cold, I thought, and it is October, so it's pumpkin everything month. So I thought I would share an interesting recipe for a pumpkin pecan cobbler.
Great. So what do we do?
Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna mix our, according to the recipes, mix our dry ingredients, which is our flour, our spices, sugar, baking soda. We're gonna mix that together in a bowl. And then in a separate bowl, we're gonna mix our wet ingredients. That's our pumpkin and our melted butter and our milk. So what we do, all you have to do is just kind of stir this together. I won't really mix it too well, and then you'll dump all of it in one bowl.
The dry ingredients.
The dry in one.
What are some of the spices that are in there?
We use cinnamon, nutmeg. That's the prominent spices. So once you get that all mixed up, you'll mix it in a bowl together.
Okay.
Until it basically turns into a kind of a thick cake mix. You could almost. This is kind of a cross between a cake and a cobbler. The end part is what's going to make it interesting.
More unique.
It is. It is an interesting way of doing this. So what I baked it in today was I baked it in this glass dish.
Okay.
This took about 40 minutes at 350 degrees. You could bake it in a couple of different sizes. If you have some little small cast iron skillets, those are always really neat to kind of do individual portions.
And this recipe we're showing today is making a pretty big version of this.
Right. This is it'll fill this whole pan up.
And that'll serve quite a few.
Yeah, probably. Well, I mean, depends on how much you like pumpkin.
I could probably eat the whole thing, maybe.
So after we get it mixed well, to look like this, it's almost a cross between cookie dough and cake batter.
Yeah, it's a unique.
It's pretty thick. You'll spread it in your pan, whichever it is. If it's this or even a smaller container, you could even get away with doing some big muffins. That would be great on a cold morning, right?
It would.
So after you get this kind of spread evenly through the whole dish.
And it's not super thick either.
No. Yeah. It's going to be a nice because the topping is going to help fill up the rest. So this is a brown sugar and regular granulated sugar and pecans, and it looks like a lot because it is, and that's okay.
It's a lot of sugar.
It's okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to cover the entire top of your batter with all of this sugar and all these pecans.
That's what I like about when you're here is you always have a lot of sugar and a lot
of you're right.
You don't.
I'm not scared of it at all.
Neither am I. I think it's good.
Good. So this is the unusual part of this recipe is right before you pop it in the oven, you're going to take a cup and a half of, we're going to pretend like this is very, very hot water.
Okay.
And you're going to pour it over the top.
And what does this do?
This is going to create a glaze as it bakes. The sugar and the water are going to mix together. And it'll kind of not really seep through the bottom, but it'll make a nice gooey glaze at the bottom of your cobbler. And what I've done when we finished it was I added some sugar pecans and some whipped topping.
Wonderful.
Serve it warm.
Serve it warm.
Yes.
Okay. And then how long do you bake it for?
This size would be 40 minutes at 350.
40 minutes at 350.
Yep.
All right, Rebecca, thank you so much for being here.
Jonathan.
If you want to check out many more recipes just like this one, just go to our website, newson6.com/recipes. We'll be right back after this break.